Good evening. We're back. We've returned successfully.
We made it.
Success was never in doubt.
Well, briefly.
For me, success was never in doubt.
Well, success was never in doubt. Well, just the length of time it was going to take us to succeed.
Yeah,
was the question.
That was a big question.
That was always the question.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you don't know, we mentioned Discord a little bit, but our flight, and I think actually this happened to almost everyone that was flying out on Sunday night from the Vault Tour, is all the flights got canceled because of the weather at the airport. Like a bunch of flights got canceled at once. We had been sitting in the airport since like 2, and then by the time our flight got canceled, it was like 8:30.
Yeah.
Almost 9.
8:39
on a Sunday. So we're like, okay, what do we do? Like, we can't get a flight out until Tuesday. I'm like, all right, so we'll just rent a car. We'll rent a car and we'll drive all night, right? So we would go to like rent a car, and they're like, you need to have a reservation to even get on the shuttle to go rent a car. We're like, okay, I don't know how to do this, so this is all news to me. And I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna try to find a car. They're all no reservations available online.
Yeah. So
okay,
we're debating on whether to get a hotel. So I even tried to get the hotel that we literally just stayed at, and it's booked up. So we have to go get a hotel somewhere else in Philadelphia, like 20 minutes. It was a 20-minute lift to go there.
Yeah.
We spend the night there and try to like reassess in the morning. And you got a reservation.
I called Hertz, and someone on the phone was like, okay, I got you a reservation. They took my information and stuff, and they're like, all right, so there's this location. There's a reservation for you tomorrow. So we get there right as they open. There's already a bunch of people there because a lot of people in the same boat as us, right? In a car so they can drive back. There were 30 reservations and only 6 cars available.
Yeah.
At this rental spot. And I went over to the counter, and she's like, you are not on my list as getting a car. Because I guess my reservation wasn't early enough.
Yeah.
So, okay, what do you do then, right?
Yeah.
So like, I look up another, I think I went to use like Priceline or something, and it showed that another Hertz had cars, but that same Priceline showed that the Hertz I was at also had cars.
Yeah.
So like, I reserved one there, and we started taking a shuttle there. So I'm like, okay, on the way there, I'm like, I'm just going to buy a plane ticket for tomorrow.
Worst case
Scenario, we'll just get another hotel and fly out in the morning and just like waste a whole other day.
Yeah.
And a half.
Yeah.
But we got to this Hertz, and the nicest customer service person, the person working in the register there, she was like so kind and nice to me, and ended up getting us a car. I was chatting with her a little bit because she saw my driver's license, and she said she was thinking about moving to South Carolina, or she was like planning to move to South Carolina. She has family and stuff here. I'm like, please move here. South Carolina needs more friendly people like you. So I was like, she was a great experience.
Yeah.
That was good meeting you too, KeyForge. Good meeting everyone that we met.
And
things were a little hectic, so I'm sorry if we didn't.
Right. Yeah. We did want to mention that met a lot of people for the first time at this one.
Yeah.
And we got to connect some usernames and faces, but the likelihood of us retaining that to the next event is going to be very, very low.
Yeah, my mind was very occupied. So.
Yeah. And the event itself, I was telling Justin up until our plane got canceled, I was like, this is a 7 or an 8 out of 10 weekend. Like, this is pretty fun. I'm having a lot of fun here. I think the Vault Tour itself, overall, it certainly had some ups and downs in it. For instance, the Vault Tour not getting its supply of stuff in the first place. That had been like erased from my mind until we sat down to start for this recap, just because of the
it didn't
panic
really
of
end up
trying to get
mattering.
stuff. So
it didn't really matter that much, right? Because like, from my perspective, it didn't affect me.
Yeah.
So to me, I don't know how other people felt about it.
Yeah.
It was what it was.
I would definitely have liked to have started the sealed a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone would have.
Yeah.
Right?
That way we could have maybe gotten like a little bit better of a dinner, perhaps, or whatever. I will say the venue itself was not the greatest location. I remember the PAX, when we went to PAX in the Vault Tour there, you were downtown Philadelphia, and
there's so many options
the world is your oyster there. There's so many food options there. And then here, the hotel food options itself kind of weren't great, and so that basically meant you had to like DoorDash stuff there because we didn't get a car.
Right.
There's no way for us to travel. So,
and it was fine. ate some really bad salads from the cantina there.
God, you were at the airport for 7 hours too.
Yeah, it was awful. It felt bad.
Yeah, our flight just got canned, and
it was like delay.
Yeah.
All right, delay. Okay,
Yeah.
delay. All right. Okay, canceled. All right.
Yeah, so that actually, Justin and I talked about how we would start contingency plans earlier if it looks like something's going to get canceled.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that like weather just totally F's you over.
Just totally messes you over
in flights. Yeah, because they don't have to like reimburse or try to get your rooms or anything like that because it's not an airline issue. It's the act of God.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
So
it was definitely a lesson learned, and I think we will be using this knowledge in the future to save ourselves some headache for sure. Because I could have just like reserved a car then.
Yeah.
Right. Like as soon as the first delay happens, and it's like the weather. Well, you look outside, and it was like all of the airlines in the entire terminal are getting delayed. Then you're like, I should probably make a contingency plan. I should think about what we're gonna do.
It was one of those. It was one of those like in retrospect. It was one of those like. There was a lot of environmental storytelling happening around us.
We were just ignoring it.
And we were just ignoring it because we were just like, we won't be affected by this.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably an allegory for a couple of things affecting a lot of people.
It is.
So.
Yeah, I think it happened to everyone, right? Like it was flying out. So one thing I was worried about is I checked our bag full of all our camera equipment and all our streaming stuff and a lot of money worth of stuff in this bag. And like that. I was like, where does this bag go? Like, what happens to my bag? So we have to go down like baggage claim, and the guy's like, it'll eventually get back to where your final destination was. There's no telling when. I'm like, okay. But it actually...
I'll tell you what, it better tell me when it gets there, because...
Yeah, and it didn't tell me. Well, I luckily still had the pay. I didn't throw away the tag for it. I can still have, and that's another lesson learned is like, I will never throw away the tag. Or I will make sure to keep that in a spare, like a safe place, right?
Yeah.
But it ended up getting to our town on Monday, before we did.
Yeah.
In the morning, because it was on the first flight back here.
Like 10 hours before we did.
I was able to go pick it up yesterday. Luckily, yeah.
Yeah. Do we actually want to talk about the vault tour itself?
Yes, we can talk about the vault tour.
So, I think the Sealed was pretty fun. I think overall, the verdict on Sealed Alliance is that it is good, it is fun. People do enjoy Sealed Alliance.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I think Sealed Alliance is probably like 95% of people like it.
Yeah, I think most people are pretty happy with it, because a lot of times people open up a sealed deck and they're like, they like some aspects of it, and then you get the decision of like, okay, I can mix these together and make something fun, right? I felt like my 3 decks were all like relatively the same power, and I opted for stuff that I knew was good in the environment, right? Like I opted for I was making sure I had removal, I was making sure I had amber control, right? And in round 1, I played against Dave Cordero, and he won the game by a single point of amber, which was insane. Okay. So,
Goldwolf, is that Joey over there? Is that who that is? We're losing Sealed Alliance and regular Sealed. Yeah, I think I would too. I would feel like I would feel it more like it was my fault, right? If I lost in Sealed Alliance, rather than just the deck thing. Joby, cool.
Joby, hey Joby, it's second place himself is in the chat.
Congrats, second place in Archon. So I was going to tell you that I told you should go to Dallas. We're not going to Dallas now. We're going to Vegas. Yeah. So go to Vegas.
We're going to Vegas. They announced other vault tours since we...
on the way back, we were like, oh, there's new vault tours announced. There's Seattle, and there's Vegas, and then 2 international ones, which is cool. Yeah. So we decided we're going to go to the Vegas one because we want to go to Vegas.
Yeah. Vegas beats the shit out of Dallas. Nothing against the people who live in Dallas currently. But
we've been to Dallas before.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It was okay.
It's fine.
It was okay. It was like all highways. That's all I remember from Dallas was long.
It was a lot of
long
highways.
Stretches of highway.
It was pretty awful.
Whereas Vegas, on the other hand, you can gamble.
Yeah.
And
you can go to drop and then go gamble.
Yeah, and that'll be fun. So
you have to go to no, we're not going to Italy. Hell no.
So yeah,
I don't have a passport, first of all.
Yeah, me either.
I don't think that's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I do need to return to my homeland at some point in my life. Probably. It would be cool, but maybe like a next year. That takes way more planning than a month or two.
Yeah.
And that's like time off. Well, that's like way extra time off, right? Travel time and stuff.
The reason we definitely can't make the Seattle one as much as I'd love to go to Seattle.
It's too soon after the other one, right?
It's at the end of August.
And
so,
and we're already traveling twice in August.
Yeah, because we're doing Gen Con and then Roseville.
So can't really swing that
so
work.
That Seattle one, it just isn't feasible for us.
Plus, Seattle is 2 full days of travel basically there, because like not 8 or 9 hours. If you get good flights, like it'd be 8 or 9 hours of travel, and we didn't end up having to travel like day before both vault or day before, day after kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's our plan right now.
Yeah, and there you go.
Back to the Vault Tour. So the two main events.
Yeah.
19 for Alliance.
And 99 for Archon.
99 for Archon.
Yeah. A 5-to-1 split, which is pretty, I'd say, telling.
It's a big discrepancy. So there was a lot of people that last minute picked Sealed or picked Alliance because
I was one of them.
Low number of players in it, and it is just way higher chance to make money.
Yeah.
And then cash tournament.
I felt like I could top 3 as long as I could win 3 games, right?
Yeah. And I mean, you qualified for top 8 by going 3-0.
Yeah.
If you went 3-0 to start, you were qualified.
I lost my win and end game. So I finished at a 2-2. Now, we will have to say, as for the duration of the double elimination bracket style tournaments in KeyForge, you're just going to have to take the concept of seal or Swiss round results.
And records, really.
And records. You're going to have to take Swiss records and just remove them from your mind, because they have no application to the current system we're living in. And we understand that is not popular. We understand that the vast majority of people want Swiss.
And I don't disagree with you. But
I do think
we are in the situation we're in, so we need to make the most of it.
Right. So yeah, I just for the time being, just forget Swiss standings. Forget how you've played literally every other card game. It's not applicable here. The question you have to ask people is, how many losses do you have? Because as soon as you have 2, that's it. And so yeah, I know some of the Archon's Corner folks were pointing out some of the absurd nature of the double elimination brackets, because you had somebody who went 5-1 and got top 4. You had somebody else who went 6-1 and got top 8. You had somebody else who went 6-2 and got top 16.
Well, like 6-2 was eliminated,
and the 6-2 lost his winning in, right? So yeah, he's just eliminated from the tournament.
They were 6-1. They were 6-1 going to the last.
They were 6-1 at one point, and then did not make the top cut, right? So yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing that every other card game works based off Swiss. Eddie's mad about it. Eddie's really upset about it.
Yeah.
They talking about records is upset Eddie. So
speaking of upset, they also gave us some Vault Warrior.
Some Vault Warrior decks.
Or Vault Tour, Vault Masters decks.
Vault Masters.
Vault Masters decks. So everyone who signed up for the tournament got a Vault Masters deck. This is a unique collection of cards that is its own sort of set, right?
Yes, yes. It's I think, funny enough, I think calling it a master set is actually probably the most applicable thing to it.
That's
because
cool,
that's
right?
kind of what the master sets in Magic were, where it was like
the collection for stuff from a bunch of sets.
We're gonna collect a bunch of like good stuff,
yeah.
And put it in one place. And then that was before they started printing new cards in master sets. Like the online master sets were like, we need a way for these cards to exist online. But now we understand that these are a flashpoint. These are a hot contention. My summation of these is that a Coda deck won the Archon tournament. Okay? So if you think these decks are busted and they're the dumbest thing that ever existed in the game, Coda just won the last Vault Tour.
But also, prove it by winning a Vault Tour.
Yeah, please, win a Vault Tour with something other than a Coda deck.
Please.
We'd love to see something other than a Coda deck. That Coda deck was open like 2 months ago.
Also, all the decks will be actually open.
Nobody's saying ban Coda from Vault Tours. Literally, no one thinks that, right? So I don't know. I'd love to see these decks being busted. I suspect these decks are not busted because they are not designed as a set.
Right. I think they can have a large collection of very good stuff in them.
Yeah.
But a large collection of very good stuff does not necessarily win you tournaments.
Correct. Yes. It's not designed as a set, right? So there is no intrinsic synergies with these cards other than them being good. right?
Now, can like really cool combinations of things happen and occur, and probably like unique
Yes.
interactions that can only exist in these decks?
Absolutely.
That will win you a Voltor? Maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Right. The 2 decks that we got were not great. So. And I would say the discovery that we learned is that Alliance is an unexplored field.
Yeah, I think
So-
my interest in Alliance went way up after seeing some of the brews, most notably Bruce with his Whirlpool deck.
Yes.
That I highlighted that game on our YouTube individually, and that was the best game of the weekend by a lot. And I would highly recommend you go to our YouTube and watch that game, because I clipped it out specifically so that you could watch it, because that is the game that made me want to say, I think there's a lot to be discovered in Alliance, and there's a lot you can do in it that that I think makes the format worth checking out. And I do think that Alliance needs work, like the restricted list needs work to
Yes.
bring things in.
We're not saying Alliance is a perfect format.
It is not perfect right now.
My take on Alliance is that it's a format that needs iteration on
it. Has potential.
Yeah, and I also believe I said at some point over the weekend multiple times that Alliance is a format for potentially players that do not know that it exists.
Yeah.
Right?
Mooseman Dude is the Whirlpool boy.
As the Whirlpool, okay, the Whirlpool Meister.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Take your SoulForge Fusion talk out of here.
Yeah, well, so the difference between SoulForge Fusion and Alliance, KeyForge, is that
KeyForge is a fun game.
you need 14 less dice to play KeyForge.
Yeah.
So
I don't have to fiddle with dice the whole. Okay, we're not talking about SoulForge. So Nathan and I on the drive back, we ended up like braining out like what kind of cool concepts for KeyForge Alliance decks we come up with, and that was a lot of fun. And
we actually had like we threw out something and we started working on the idea, and then we realized it was like a branching deck. It was like there's 2 ways you could build this deck. You could build like the full-on combo version, or you could build like a control version that has some combo elements in it.
And I think actually WoW has the most like potential for Alliance right now, or like the most options for Alliance right now, because you end up seeing like each deck sort of has like a couple archetypes you can build for your Alliance. Like AoE is mostly combo right now.
Yeah.
Coda is Battlefleet stuff.
Yeah.
Combo.
Coda is combo also, but a lot of decks use really heavy like control the weak pods.
Yeah.
To help like
the disruption, right? And like Restro Guns. And then the mass mutation is like Dis and Eaton's Jar and Furnaces, and then other stuff, right? Whereas J Power used his Star Alliance creatures and his Logos creatures to great effect, and then had Dis, Eaton's Jars, and Furnaces backing all that stuff up.
Yeah.
And then Lord of Winter had I think it was Logos Shadows Dis.
No, Lord of Winter was Untamed, because you got some artifact removal and you got punctuating.
That's right. So you had the Reclaim by Nature and stuff.
Because you could
Untamed Dis. Okay.
Because you can use the Archivist with the autoencoder, right? So you can punctuate Equilibrium, have like an archive full of stuff. You just get the tools.
The use of the autoencoder in your deck was really, really cool to watch, actually.
Yeah, and so I did want to talk about J Power winning the tournament, right? I got to chat with him just briefly after he did. I congratulated him on the win. And
that's the best archivist usage I've ever seen.
And I was like, I feel like, it was a foregone conclusion that you were going to win this by basically everybody in the room,
pretty much.
And I was like, but I think it's deserved, because I think you've put the most work into Alliance, right? And Sydney had put a lot of work into it too. Not to detract from anybody who else has put work into it, but J Power, J Power is the man to beat in the room, right?
Yeah.
And so J Power was like, honestly, I feel like only 5 to 10% of the possible Alliance decks are discovered, right?
And that's like archetype wise, right?
And I think that's telling. Where the guy who's done the most work is like, honestly, there's so much stuff out there that is difficult to prepare for, right? Like he was scrimmaging against Whirlpool Shells the night before day 2 because he didn't know that he could beat them. He felt as if he would lose to them if he had to play against them.
I wish that we could have seen Mooseman.
I really wish we could have seen that matchup, because it would have been really, really cool.
Lord of Winter spoiled it. He wanted $1,000. How dare you?
Yeah. So he was worried about it because his some artifacts that have like recurring effects just sitting on a table aren't good. Like he's not good against that. Like he doesn't have.
We need like Eden's Jar early for roll pull or something, right?
Catch and release, catch and release.
That's true.
So I got I Martian Generosity on like a turn 2 with Confage, and I got hit with the catch and release and sent me back to the Stone Age.
Yeah, I bet.
Now I still went on to win the game, but it was still one of those things, right? Like a 20 card hand. My opponent's like catch and release. So I was like, okay, all right. Well, here's my hand. So, but anyway, and then Jay Power on top of that also said something that I thought was really beautiful. He told me that he felt like Alliance was the format for dreamers because there's so much things that could possibly happen
and
in
so
KeyForge.
Much to think about and stuff.
There's so much that has never actually occurred in KeyForge. There's probably decks. You might find a deck out there that's got a combination of cards. Justin and I were actually we got a brew going. We're not.
You can't reveal anything.
No, I'm not revealing anything.
But Justin and I look out for messages from me on Dex KeyForge. That's what I'm saying.
We got a brew going. Okay, we got something in our head.
I am going to be playing Archon and Alliance and Nationals.
When we started looking for stuff to fill out this deck, we actually stumbled across like the Archon deck that was the deck that we were looking for.
Yeah.
So I think it makes you think about the game in different ways. So.
Yeah, I think it's worth exploring. I want to see Alliance get more players because getting players to it is a problem, and I think part of that is the way the restricted list is right now. It's just not there.
Yeah.
It needs to be a little bit less of a. It needs to be a little more aggressive, I think, and a little more tuned toward deck building engagement.
Yeah, I also kind of wish that Archon and Alliance weren't like put into competition with each other. I
agree. I think if if you wanted a Vault Tour. If I was doing Vault Tours, if it was my decision, and you wanted to do simultaneous main events like that, Sealed Alliance would be at every single Vault Tour.
Yeah.
Hands down. It would be at every single one. That would probably be the most attended
you would have
event
200
at everyone.
people
You would have 200 people in it, or 100 plus easy. And then you'd stagger between Archon and Alliance for the other. You'd just alternate as you do your Vault Tours. So you do Archon 1, Alliance 1. And that way, you can please the Seal people, and you can please the Archon/Alliance people. And I think then you'd have the people who wanted to play Archon preparing for Alliance tournaments for the next Vault Tour too. So that's just my idea. I miss Sealed in main events because those are always the most fun for us.
Yeah. My record in Sealed is way better than my record in Archon.
And I would love to see how Sealed Alliance plays out in a main event like that too, because we only see it really. I mean, we got 3 rounds of Swiss Sealed Alliance. It was going to be a bunch of pods of 16, but the things are too late for that to have enough time. But so let's talk about the Archon tournament real quick.
Yeah.
So
a deck that was open 2 months ago. I mean, that was part of my rant earlier. But it's
Flame and Hope opened a Coda deck. I think he said 3 months ago, but he opened a Coda deck that was just really good.
Turns out really good.
Lost to Pink Fraud during the elimination rounds. Ended up beating it in the top 8. And he told me that they had played against each other one other time outside of those elimination rounds, and he also lost to it then. So, he thought it was pretty much a coin flip. It's like whichever one combos out first.
Yeah, gets the better combo.
But he ended up beating Pink Fraud, won his next round, and then won the finals game against Jovi with a really, really cool Worlds Collide deck. We saw the finals for that on stream, and I think that finals match is really worth watching too. It was a lot of fun, and again, congrats to everyone who top forward at the tournament. It was a lot of really good gameplay that we got to see on stream. And of course, on our YouTube, you can see the full streams for all 3 days.
Yeah.
The action.
It's good to hear. It was something prosperity that you tuned in. There were a lot of first-time viewers, I think. We actually, for anybody who wants information, the Vault Tour stream was like our best watch stream ever.
The final day was.
The final day was. That was our most viewed stream ever, and all of the years that we've done this. So that includes previous Vault Tour stuff. Arguably, when the game
and Celebration,
Celebration, and previous Vault Tour coverage that we had done. Arguably, when the game was healthier. I don't know if it's. I think it might be healthier now than it was then. It's hard to tell. We don't have enough data to go off of, right?
Yeah.
and that's not like us trying to like brag or anything like that, but that's just to kind of give you an idea of the interest in KeyForge currently.
The metric of KeyForge, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you said, even Vault Tours back in 2019 didn't get that much viewership.
Yeah, like
outside of our channel, or in our channel.
Yeah, like you get like 50, 60, 70 viewers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one peaked at like 130. So we're talking like really, really strong numbers.
Now this was the first Vault Tour back, so that's notable.
Yeah.
But I would think Celebration would be a notch above that even, because that was like
because
KeyForge's
everybody
back.
at that point is looking at it.
Yeah,
looking at the game. So yeah. Like I said, the weekend was a blast until our flights got canceled.
Yeah, we were so happy.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun. Yeah. So
all right, we're gonna play some
Andy Forge. Appreciate that gift.
Thank you, Andy Forge. Let's play KeyForge.
We're here to play KeyForge. That's what we're gonna do.
Artorias versus Drone Mustakas.
Like Jason Mustakas.
I see.
I went over this already.
I got you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have one more announcement.
Okay.
Now, once on this stream, there was a sacred object. Okay? And Justin and I, through careless actions, thought we had lost it. We even went so far as to accuse Zach of stealing it.
I didn't accuse him.
He's the only person who had the motive.
He could have done it.
He's the only person who had the motive, the means, and frankly, the personality.
I wish he would have done it, honestly.
It would have been pretty good. It would have made for pretty good storylines. So, now, here's what happened. Justin and I were looking for this thing. We couldn't find it. And we didn't know where it was. We searched this whole room. We turned it upside down. We cleaned stuff out. Justin and I took the extraordinary step of cleaning this room in an attempt to find the thing.
Like a little bit.
Yeah, not too much. We've got a reputation to uphold.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Zach's honor has stood the test. All right. So, and then I searched my backpack for it. Justin searched his backpack for it. Justin searched my backpack for it because he didn't trust me. So Justin looked at my backpack.
Okay, now you're blaming me.
I'm just saying. I looked at my backpack and said, it's not in here. And then you looked at my backpack and you're like, okay, yeah, it's not in there. Okay? Now, I'm getting my backpack ready to go to the Vault Tour. And so I am cleaning out my pockets because I don't want a security exchange to occur. Having had a drug dog jam me up on one of these tournaments, I was going to be like, not this time, drug dog. Not this time, X-ray metal detector. There'll be nothing that you can pin on me. They call me Teflon Nate. I'm going to slide right through the security.
They definitely call
and so I open up one pocket, and what do you know? What did I find?
The belt.
The belt. That's right. So we've got 2 belts. And technically, Venus Ignachop never lost this belt.
Yeah, I don't think that wasn't really a defense, right? I mean, the belt wasn't in his possession at the time.
Yeah. So,
in fact, he didn't have a belt during that game. There wasn't a belt in existence.
There wasn't actually a belt around. So, we have got a belt for Venus Ignachop, and we're going to take Venus Ignachop and the belt to Indy.
Yeah, to Gen Con.
To Gen Con. Yeah. And the intention is for Venus Ignachop to defend the belt at Gen Con. Okay? So, if you are looking for a title shot, we'll be doing some title shot matches during that time.
Remember, you can redeem title shots for channel points.
Yeah. So there you go. But yeah, I thought it was very hilarious that both of us looked for this thing and couldn't find it. And then...
Somebody honked a horn.
Excuse me, Eddie.
Oh my. With laying on a horn outside?
Good Lord.
What are you doing?
Good Lord. But yeah. Well, we won't be flying to Gen Con. We'll be driving to Gen Con.
Yeah,
so we'll smuggle this across state lines
we can bring anything
to Gen Con. So, but yeah. Get ready for that. Coming to a Gen Con near you. I am Scholar, and you are a Prospector. We're not so different, you and I.
All right.
Yeah, they got people lining up outside the house. We're getting swatted for the belt. Did anybody feel like looking at Archon cards slowed the game down at all? I feel like it didn't.
It seemed fine. A lot of people were playing with like the Archon cards just like available for their opponent to be able to grab, and a lot of the time you would look while your opponent's taking their turn and stuff, and while their opponent's like looking through their discard pile or something. So it really didn't slow things down.
I don't think it mattered. Ultimately, it didn't really matter. There were several games, especially since your games can all bleed together. There are several times where it was nice to just be able to go look at my deck and go, okay, you are the guy with double TMTP. Right?
Yeah, right.
So that way you don't have to play into it.
Especially 10 hours into the tournament. Yeah. Or 10 rounds into the tournament. Because that Archon double M lasted 10 rounds.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things, let's see if it ever becomes a problem before we say, hey, this is a problem. So,
well, like, what if 200 people are in the tournament? It takes way more than 10 rounds to cut the top 8 from 200 people in double.
You talking about double M? Yeah. I was talking about the Archon cards.
I don't think those are.
I don't think these are.
I don't think it's a round.
I don't think looking at it's ever going to be a problem. No. If my opponent's staring at my Archon card for 10 minutes, that's where I'm going to get a judge.
Yeah. I mean,
that's where I'm going to get a judge. You're going to get a judge long before that.
If it's like during one of their turns, right? That's different, I think. And they're taking a long time. But there's plenty of like downtime for one person during a KeyForge game.
5, 4.
All right, first. All right. I'll keep.
I will keep as well.
Plays Iquiji Outpost.
All right, I am going to say Saurian. I'm going to play Aquila, Grammaticus Thrax, Chancellor Dexterous. And I will draw 3. I think one of the discoveries from this weekend was that Saurians overperformed expectations.
Yeah.
I think that's a good takeaway. There were a lot of several Saurian decks that were doing some crazy stuff. So
I'll say Equidon. I'll play Ornate Talking Tray. I'm going to play Belligerent Guard. You can draw a card. It's ready.
Thanks.
And Belligerent Guard is going to fight Aquila.
Okay.
I'm going to put it at the bottom of my deck to draw 3 cards. All right, I'm done. What's your opinion on Woe and Archon? Woe and Archon, I think we've only also scratched the surface of what Woe was capable of in Archon.
Woe held its own from what I saw.
Oh yeah, Woe, and I think it's got a lot of potential.
Woe had an immediate impact
with way less decks opened.
Yeah.
Than other sets, right?
Right. So Woe had an immediate impact. Woe was a good 50% of the Alliance tournament. It was just a.
If you're gonna play Archon, be ready for some Woe token shenanigans. Basically.
I'm gonna say Equidon. I'm gonna play Puzzling Trinket and discard Mass Buyout, and it is your turn. I will draw.
I'll say Mars. I'll play Weaponsmith, Revolution, or Revolution, and then I'll Brain Dart Dexterous to enrage it.
He's mad.
Madge. Do I want a Talking Tray? I guess I'll go ahead and make a token with Talking Tray. Okay, I'm done.
All right, how about this? How about Big Magnet?
Okay.
I'm going to choose Grammaticus Thrax, and he's picking up the Re-Evolution.
All right.
I am going to scoop up with a capture icon. We'll get this token and Chancellor Dexterous. Okay. This may just live in the archives forever from now on. I am going to Ammonia Clouds. I'll do a damage to Glixel Weaponsmith. And then I'm going to Genetic Blast and kill the Weaponsmith. And it is your turn. I will draw 4. I'll tell you to go ahead.
I'll say Star Alliance. I will play Rogue Operation. I'll discard the top 2. Steal 1. Double Mars cards. Yep. I will play Teamwork. Make a Prospector. I will play Stronger Together. Doesn't do anything. I'll discard Selective Preservation, which doesn't do anything. I'm done.
All right. I am going to say Saurian. Alright, I guess Grammaticus Thrax is going to reap and deal 2 damage to the Prospector there.
I draw a card.
I'm going to play Regrettable Meteor, so I'll give you that. And then I'm going to play Hedonistic Intent. There wasn't a good way to do that and salvage. I'm going to play Legionary Trainer. I'm going to resolve that as a capture. And I make a token who enters play ready. I'm going to play Ankleo Formation. I'm going to reap with this token. And draw. My god. I'll Symposium. I'll Exalt, Ready, Reap. And draw. I'm not going to use the other half of Symposium. Because I would be basically trading an Amber. Maybe it's correct. Maybe we're just in a dead rush.
It would give me a... Oh, no, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't give you an Amber yet.
Yeah,
it would just...
Future Amber.
Future Amber. I'm quibbling over 1 Amber here. Whatever, we'll do it. Ready, Exalt, Ready, Reap. Okay, say check with 10, I'll draw 3, and I'll tell you to go ahead.
Okay, I'll say Mars. I'll Genetic Blast with a draw. I'm going to hit the token. And then I'm going to scoop up that guy.
Okay. He lives in the archives now.
There forever. Then I'll play Marzine's Amber. And I have this Rebel. I'll just play a Rebel. I'm done.
Okay. I Forge.
You do.
I'm going to respond by not having any... I'm going to play 5 cards and generate 0 Amber off of it. So I'm going to play the backup Puzzling Trinket. This is the Shizyasi Buggy, which is the
buggy hand.
Lose 1, draw 3. I'm going to play the Shizyoku Buggy, which is destroy friendly creature, gain 2. I'll play Steward Su Uzane and General Za Orha.
Okay.
And I'll draw 5. It's your turn.
I'll say Forge. I'll say Star Alliance. I will Photon Blast the Steward.
Blast.
Make a token. I'm gonna Quintrino Warp. Gonna do a damage there, and then I'll choose these 2. So I'm gonna draw 1 for this Prospector. Again, Chain. I'm gonna play Collector Borin and get that Echo Reflector back that I just got in discard pile, which is pretty cool. Play on Collector Borin, ready. Get an Amber. I'll Reap. Get an Amber. I'll play Echo Reflector. Already. I'll Reap. I need 1 for the Echo Reflector. Reap. Nurse Soto, Nurse Soto.
Alright. I'm going to say Mars. I'm going to play a Mark II Generator. Comes into play ready. I'll use it to make a token. I'll play Crystal Hive. I'll play Ether Spider. I'll play Xanthix Harvester. I'll capture onto the Xanthix Harvester. And it's your turn. We'll draw 4. I'll tell you to go ahead.
I'm Forge. I am Forge. I'll say Equidon.
This set is so spiky, man. Like, if I have a particular card last turn, I feel like I like my chances to win this game, but I didn't have it, so I don't like my chances to win the game.
I'm gonna play Forced Retirement. Do damage. Draw a card. Destroy a creature. Its controller gains 1. I'm gonna destroy this Nurse Soto and gain 1. I'm gonna play the old Tinker, Gemcoat Vendor, Dothra Recruiter, Gazrati Blacksmith, Token of Appreciation, Mass Buyout. I'm gonna get 4 and draw 1.
I get 1.
And all these die. Then I'm gonna play the Visible Hand. Show you this hand. Oh, make these tokens. Alright, now I'm done. Check with 8. You do Forge.
Alright, I am going to say Mars. I'm going to discard Kaboom. I'm going to destroy them all, a token, and Equiji Outpost. I'm going to play Nizik Resonator. He's going to capture and draw. And then I'm going to mark 2 Generator and make a token. And it is your turn. I'll draw 2. So you go ahead. The deck was like way too fast. I don't think it mattered if I gave you 3 amber based off of how much amber you generated. But I think it was Prospector token. You just drew some extra cards.
I'll say Mars. Play Mix. Play Rebel. Fight Resonator. And done. Yeah, first turn outpost is pretty good, I think. I did some fighting.
Gonna say Equidon. I'll play Uncommon Currency. I'll play the Shizyoku Buggy.
The Cloggin is gifting 10 subs to the community.
Every time we fight,
it's digging deep to get them subs now. Thank you, Cloggin.
I'll lose 1 and draw 3 cards. So
okay, alright.
I don't have any Amber Control in Equidon.
Everyone has a key next to their name. At least you finally have a key. I know there was a long time where you were giving subs and had no key next to your name.
I have no Amber Control in Equidon.
Alright, excellent. Very good. Very good. That deck was pretty fast.
When you played 4 creatures, I was like, finally a turn where you're not generating a bunch of amber.
Oh, yeah,
and then you played Mass Buyout, and I was like,
Jeez.
I wanted to do the jerk off motion. I'm like, jerk off. Jerk off motion.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Next.
I drew 1 card off of mine, and I drew 2, I guess.
Lemaire?
You're on Lemaire, and I'm on Saint Dagano. Traitor.
Raider. Oh, 1 power token tonight? You're on Trader. Okay, that's me. I need Raider. Raider and Trader.
Going through a tunnel.
Trader? Trader. Okay, got it.
pretty sweaty in here.
Yeah, it's hot outside today. It's like way too hot.
Pretty sweaty here in this room.
Raider OP.
We'll find out for sure.
The sun is beaming directly through this window into my eyes right now. Also,
I suspect if I lose this game, it's probably to a combination of Brobnar Sanctum beatings plus Unfathomable Disruption.
Yeah, that does look accurate. Yeah, it does look accurate, actually. Here you go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean...
The deck's got the bare-handed to absolutely hose the buggy deck.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to dump on it. Raider playmat? Wait, is there a Raider playmat? There is, right?
Yeah, I got it.
It looks cool.
It's not here, though. Yeah, I got the Raider playmat. I went with Unfathomable and Starlance, I think.
I do not remember what I got. I haven't opened my mats yet.
Picked one as well, yeah. Raider's disproportionately cool looking to how bad it is.
6. 2. Raider opponent gets 2 already forged keys. I'm gonna mulligan.
I'm gonna keep.
What's with a bird and bad pennies card? I've never noticed that. Someone was telling me about there's a creature on the art for Stomp that appears in like a couple other cards. It's like this like little goblin guy just always getting beat up. It's like Flurp. He's in the flavor text.
He's like Flip or whatever from Magic then, right?
Yeah, yeah. All right. Let's start with Krog the Clumsy with Amber.
All right. I am going to say Saurian. I'm going to play Legionary Trainer, and I'll make a token.
It's ready.
I'll play Faust. Actually, I'm going to play Praetor Marius, and then I'm going to play Faust. I have Symposium. So I guess I Exalt, ready, use this token, and I'll steal one, and then it explodes. You get that? It's just gain an amber, right? And then I can use another creature. So I'll Exalt, ready, use Faust. And I will play Edict of Nero Taurus. After a creature reaps, the next time a creature is used that turn, it cannot reap. After a creature fights, the next time a creature is used that turn, it cannot fight. So, it is your turn. I will draw 5.
Okay. I'll say Unfathomable. Play Adult Swim.
So the trainer goes back on top.
I'll play Abyssal Sight.
Okay.
With a dam.
Sending Krog to jail.
Was that negotiate? Oh,
it's pretty good against that.
That is pretty good against my... Yeah, let's get rid of that.
Okay.
Don't like that. I will then play Kilogog's Trench. At the end of your turn, place 1 depth counter on Kilogog's Trench, then destroy each creature with power equal to the number of depth counters on Kilogog's Trench. So, I'm done. 1.
Alright. I am going to say Mars.
This thing's going to screw me over. But I wanted to play. It's like we've never played this card before.
Yeah. We've played it before.
We have we? I don't know.
It's in Dark Tidings. It's just
I know,
not good.
but like I feel like we've always discarded it because it would be bad for you at some point.
I'm gonna play Mars Needs Amber. I actually suspect that Mars Needs Amber is probably busted in this matchup at some point. I could probably play it at a game-winning moment. I'm gonna play Xanthix Harvester, and then I'm gonna deploy Ironix Rebel, and then Reap with Xanthix Harvester to send me to 6. And it is your turn. I will draw 4 and say check with 6.
Play Sanctum. I'll play Lightbringer Outpost. Do a damage.
Keep piling it up on Faust.
Yeah, it's fine. I have this Grand Melee that's garbage. I have Battlefield Evangelist, Jealous Safeguard, Katarina. We'll capture 1, stop key. I'll be done. And the Kilogog goes to 2. Explode. You did something. There's gonna be bad news when it goes to 4. I guess I could, if I could pile stuff on Katarina before then, maybe it's kind of worth it. Then I get Raiders. Cool.
All right, I guess I'll say sorry, and I'll play City Gates. I will play Legionary Trainer. He's going to make a ready token. Praetor Marius is going to Reap and then capture 1. And then the Faust is just going to sit there. And it is your turn. I will draw 2 and say check with 6.
I'll say Sanctum. Glorious Few for 2. Baldric the Bold. Yet another thing that's going to die. I'll fight Legionary Trainer. Make a token. To take out the Faust now. I think that's fine. I'll go. It's like, but I want to be able to threaten. I'll take out the Faust. It's fine. And then Katarina is going to Reap and capture 1. I have Lightbringer Outpost. I could dump the Evangelist because it's going to die anyway. But do I really want to dump the Evangelist? Do I want to see him again? I think it's probably fine. I could dump a wall on Katarina. Hey, I'll put this on the bottom. And I'll capture 3. Okay, I'm done.
Alright. I am going to say Equidon. I'm going to play Gemcoat Vendor and
3
draw.
explodes.
I'm going to play General Zaw Orha. I'll play Scrap Scrounger. I'll play Old Tinker. I'll play Steward Sue Uzane. And this token's going to explode and steal 1 from you. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
I'll say Brodner. Play Might Club.
You didn't fight Reap, did you? You fought 4 times? That's not allowed! You fought...
I think I could have fought Reap fought.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I'll play Might Club and draw. I'll play Might Club. I'll play Scald.
Did you forge?
I forge. And then I'll play Ragnarok Prep. I'll capture 1. Might as well. I'll make a token. Make you lose 2. And then, end of my turn. You're going to get a key, but 4 explodes. I make 6 tokens. Please hold. I guess they're not ready, which is kind of funny.
If you could unready those.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, now I'm done.
Alright, I'll forge.
Yep.
Alright, I am going to say Equidon. I'll play Tia Arhi Esquire. I'll play Steward Su Uzain. I am going to Reap with the Old Tinker. I'm going to discard Ambrosia Outpost and then draw. Oh. I'm going to put an insurance policy on Praetor Marius. I just drew it. No way around that. Okay. Gem Coat Vendor is going to steal one from you. Take a little bit of damage there. And then Steward. I think I actually have to do something about these raiders because they're going to be a problem at some point. So, okay. And it's your turn. I will draw 3 and I'll tell you to go ahead.
Alright, I'll say Unfathomable. We'll fight Gem Code Vendor.
Gem Coat Vendor? So I get a token?
Yeah.
Okay. Which side, I guess? It's up to you.
There is fine.
Okay.
I'm going to Adult Swim. I'm going to do a damage to this token.
Okay.
I'm stuffing these on top.
You reward the raiders for their hard work.
Yeah, good job, Raiders, by putting them back on top of the deck. Okay, done. I will put... I'm going to befuddle you for Equidon. I'm going to play Camelani. I'm going to play Fuguru, Damage, Fathom Reaver, Amber, Token. End of my turn. 5s.
Alright, I gain 4. You get this.
My strategy was put all the cards for the next house I wanted to call on back on top of my deck. So I drew all the cards and destroyed the Sanctum card there. But I think it just depends on your deck and your game plan at any given time.
I'm going to say Mars and discard 3. And I'll tell you to go ahead.
Okay.
Befuddle.
Yeah. I'll say Brobnar. Play Bumpsy.
I don't know how much Amber.
Oh, did you draw to 5?
I did not.
Oh, no.
Let's pick one of these 3.
Oh, no.
Pick one of these 3!
I'll play Vow of Blood. Each damaged enemy creature. Okay. The cat's got a capture icon on it.
I'm supposed to draw
less.
less.
1/1, even more or less.
So.
Even more or less. Play Jarl's Vend, play Nervor. I'm going to discard this barehanded. I'm going to Might Club. I can actually only use one of these because of the thing, right?
Nerotaurus.
Yeah, I'll Might Club the Jarl's Vend and Reap. There ain't nothing to fight. Jarl's Vend's going to get killed by my stupid trench. Alright, 6, and I'm done. Check with 6.
Okay. I am going to say Saurian. I am going to play Pale into Insignificance.
Fuguru, Raider.
I am going to play Recruit. I'll make a token. I'm going to City Gates onto the token. I'm going to discard Epic Poem. And it is your turn. I will draw 5. Like, that Unfathomable turn was like probably one of the best turns anyone has ever taken in WoW. because it straight up blanked a turn. And I know I have garbage is the worst thing.
Unfathomable play toxic hoot venom damage. Play Kelpminder, Reap. Play Stir Crazy. Capture. End of turn. 7. And I'm done.
I'm going to say Equidon, I'm going to discard 4, and I'll tell you to go ahead. As it is right now, if I play any creatures, you just get to have better turns.
Yeah,
so
like
I'm
fight. Yeah.
I'm better off letting you reap one time until you have something that has like an action on it, right?
Yeah. That's interesting about Edict because it shuts down big boards when you don't have anything, right?
Yeah. So this card might
play around it.
The next time a creature is used.
So I could use an action. You can't reap, right?
Yes, you cannot reap and then play an action from your hand.
No, I mean
you
like
action. You have to use it. Yes. Yeah, so like Gemcoat Vendor. Yeah.
Right. So you could reap Gemcoat Vendor, reap with that, right? So you have Gemcoat Vendors in there, so that's kind of where you play around it. All right, so I forge. I'm going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to play Abyssal Sight. With a dam.
Dude, the reshuffling into Abyssal Sight is ball breaking there. You win. Just pick the thing that stops the key.
There you go.
Next game.
All right.
I didn't play the back half of that game. Good lord.
Raider best token. Easy.
Yeah, the trader does pair well with
it
Edicts.
does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my plan, was to use the guy that says when your guys die, they turn into tokens. And trader and steal a bunch of amber, but like I said, I got beaten off the board.
Need that one. I'm unleashing the pent-up KeyForge energy because I haven't played all weekend. I'm kind of getting excited about Gen Con tournaments. Getting kind of excited. I don't know what. So I'm playing Jack Feet in Archon.
Jack Feet's probably good in Archon. There's a lot of purging.
It's probably pretty good.
It's got a lot
random
of
discard, random purging.
Vandalizes and purges and go a long way.
Yep.
So Skixuno seems really good.
The Redacted. Skixuno does seem. Skixuno is another, one of the main reasons. It's got so much really good amber control or board control.
Redacted is really good.
Yeah, we would have gone to Seattle if it was not soon after.
Seattle's like...
It's the worst scheduling.
Seattle was 5 weeks away from the announcement or something, right?
Yeah.
It's not... it's 6 weeks away, and we have 2 other things planned in between... That month. We already had those things planned, and so trying to tack that on a week later, 2 weeks later, whatever it is, it's not feasible. There's no way I can swing that.
Hopefully they can get the schedule next year ironed out with.
I want to go to the the PNW. I've never been up there.
Yeah, me too. Well, I have been up there, but I want to go.
Yeah.
Again. All right.
IRL Cascadia stream, yeah.
This is just like Cascadia. There's a line of bears over there. Some hawks are looking at each other.
11.
There's salmon all over the place. Okay, I'll keep.
I'll play Rowdy Scald, and I'll tell you to go ahead.
Say, Saurian. Regrettable Meteor. Ankylo Formation. I'll discard Symposium. Your turn.
I am going to say Unfathomable. I'll play Kilogok's Trench into the discard pile. I am going to play Adult Swim. Do a damage to my Scald. I'm going to play Fathom Reaver. I am going to play Stir Crazy. I will play Toxicuda Venom on Fathom Reaver. I'll do a damage to the Rowdy Scald. And it's your turn. I will draw 5.
Equidon. Shrewd Investor. Buggy. 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 Uncommon Currency. Please don't play Baron. Please don't play Baron. Don't do it. I'm done.
You draw less?
No.
You better. You draw too many.
I drew too many.
You drew too many.
Preparing for Vault Tours over here.
Mm-hmm. I wish you had more amber. So maybe I force you to have more amber. I'm going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to reap twice. It might be correct to do this first. I'll Abyssal Sight. And blow this up. And look at your hand. Scoop up Genetic Blast. I think I want to see this less. Okay. And that's that. I'll say check with 8, and it is your turn. I will draw 1. And I'll tell you to go ahead.
I'll say Equidon. I'm going to fight this Raider. I'm going to lose 1 and draw 3. Play Puzzling Trinket. I can't wait to get varianted. I will play General Zot Warha. I'll destroy a friendly creature and gain 2. Do I want to do this buggy? Or am I fine with this as is? I think it's fine. Alright, I am done.
Go, yeah.
I put it on the bottom. I was
Judge.
thinking about, yeah, like I said, preparing for Vault.
Judge!
I'm getting ready.
Alright, mine.
Yep.
Forge.
Look, I have it on good authority that a lot of people are playing a lot of cards wrong the whole day for the tournament in their decks. So, everyone get your reps in. Make sure you know what cards do.
Yeah, even if you're a multiple Archon tournament top 8 finisher, you may be even playing your cards wrong. So I'm going to say Sanctum. I'll Cassiel and do a damage to the Shrewd Investor. I'll play Battlefield Evangelist. I'm going to play Katarina the Summoner. He's going to capture on. And then I'm going to play Outflank each with the capture icon, and then each Sanctum flank creature is going to capture. I'm going to dump on all this on Katarina.
Know your deck, but also know what opponents' decks do. Because a lot of times there were a couple cards that were played even during like against experienced players where their opponent played a card and said it did a thing that it didn't actually do, and they've been playing it like that the whole way. So
all right, and it's your turn.
I know it's not feasible for everyone to know every card, right? But do your best. Do your best, especially like Dark Tidings stuff. I know no one really played Dark Tidings, but maybe they'll change. You know? I'll say Mars. I'm gonna kaboom.
Alright, so I'll make 4 tokens. Where are the tokens going?
Anywhere. They're going to be in a line. They're going to be genetic blasted.
The barehanded.
Yes, good. Very goog. Ether Spider, Resonator, Capture, Draw, Rebel, Reap Reap. I'm done.
I am going to say Sanctum. I'll play Chael. I'll play Ostentatious Mount. And it's your turn. I'll draw 2.
KeyForge. Saurian. Thrax. Damage Armor. Thrax. Aquila. Discard Pale and Insignificance. I'm done.
I'm going to say Sanctum, and I'm going to Glorious Few for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, have Bertani speed dial for sure. Goes to the spider, the spoder.
And then Chael is going to kill the Resonator. And it is your turn. I'll draw one. So go ahead.
Alright, I'll say Mars. Play Harvester. Play Crystal Hive. Play Big Magnet. You can put it on the Rebel. I have Destroy Them All. I think it's probably fine. So I'll play Destroy Them All, get Uncommon Currency, Jail, and the Mount. Then I'll Reap twice. Done.
Alright, I am going to say I'm going to say Brobnar. I'm going to bump to you to make you lose 1 damage icon to Ether Spider. I'll play Rowdy Scald in your old spend. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3. So go ahead.
Say Saurian. Greater Marius. Actually, all Hedonistic Intent. All Hedonistic Intent. With a capture. Greater Marius. Fight Bumpsy. Fight Scald. Reap. I'm done.
Okay. I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Krog the Clumsy with an Amber Pip. I'm going to play Valve Blood with a capture.
Or there.
It's literally fixing to die.
Okay.
We'll capture on Krog. So Grammaticus Thrax dies.
More subbies.
Yeah, it's probably
this dies. This dies. Wait,
this
does
not die.
die.
It takes 2.
Okay. This does die. Thank you, Cloggin. There. Appreciate it.
All right. I'll beat this Ether Spider to death.
Okay.
For his treasure. And I get to make a token. And it is your turn. I'll say check with that 10.
So I
draw 2.
Forge.
5, 6.
All right. Equidon. Lose 1. Draw 3.
This set is so swingy, it's driving me insane.
Puzzling Trinket. Blacksmith. Steward. use this buggy to show you Legionary Trainer and Chancellor. I don't have a token to make.
You can draw first, and then you can...
I have to draw with something.
Yo, you already drew the 3.
I drew the 3.
I see.
Yeah, I should have done that first, right? I'm still going to do that. Then I'm going to mass buyout. So I get 4.
I don't have any Amber control, because here I am. I have this Befuddle. Like, Befuddle... this game, like... This set is driving me bonkers, the way these decks behave, right?
It's so fun. I'm having a great time. All right. Next.
Turn 2, I'll just play all the buggies. I'll just play the buggies. I'll just draw the natural buggies together. Justin this weekend was like, I've never gotten to play the buggies, Nathan.
Yeah, they only have.
I didn't get to play the buggies.
That's why you just always complain and then you get what you want.
All right, I'm on Artorias. I'll play this Prospector deck. I won't make any Prospector tokens.
There. Set be trifling, yeah.
This is trifling ass set. Trifling ass, mark ass, trick ass set.
Would you have no fun in the Sealed Alliance tournament in the set then?
What's that?
Would you have no fun in the Sealed Alliance tournament?
I don't know that I would. I went 1 and 2 in Sealed. I played a really good game against Dave. I won a game that like it was we were interacting, like we were doing having like interaction, and then I got my dog shit beat on me by the Berserker token. There was one point in the game our opponent had 7 Berserker tokens on the table.
Yeah, yep.
And so I like Sealed Alliance, but this set falls apart in Sealed Alliance, in my opinion, just because of the token. I opened Amberling, Rebel, and Priest. Those are my 3 tokens. And I felt like I wasn't going to go 3-0, right? I saw those tokens and was like, well, I guess I'll play Amberling because there's a chance I can turn it into a 4-power creature, right? So, who won the roll?
You.
All right, I'll start by playing Gem Code Vendor, and I'll tell you, go ahead.
Equidon. Taurus Trap. Make a token.
Yeah,
this swaps them, okay.
Yeah, you can swap tokens.
Oh.
It covers the bottom card of my deck last time.
Steward, Scrap Scrounger. Open FOF and Berserker, then lost the game to Brick Nasty and Endless Words, yeah. Oh, we watched it. We saw it happen.
I am going to say Mars. I'm going to Genetic Blast the token. Draw. Excellent. I'm going to play Ironix Rebel, and then Clone Home, make a token, archive, Clone Home. And then I'm going to put Ironix Propaganda on Rebel. And it's your turn. I will draw 3. And I'll tell you to go ahead.
I'll say Equidon. I'm going to play Shrewd Investor, Tiari Esquire. I'm going to have Steward fight Rebel and make a token. I'm going to Taurus Trap, give you this token, take the Gem Code Vendor. I'm going to use this action, steal 1. Scrap Scroungy. Could just go ahead and fight the token. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and take out the token. We're forced to use it. Enjoyed the Alliance Sealed, love the Berserker token. No, I mean, it's cool if you have it.
Yeah.
If you ain't got it, and you're getting beaten up by it.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is that I ask you, which token does the Berserker lose to?
The Saurian guy, the 2 armor, 5 power guy, the Bellatorian warrior.
Yeah,
Maybe,
we're talking about another rare token, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So maybe it loses that one. But yeah, the difference is that token comes into play exhausted.
Right. Yeah.
So okay, I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to play CPO Zytar, Nurse Soto, play Collector Borin. I'll return the Ironix Propaganda to my hand. I'll put Echo Reflector on Collector Borin. Collector Borin is going to kill that asshole, I guess. And
this card is insane.
Is your turn.
I think we have a deck with. There's a couple decks with 2 of these. This is an uncommon.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'll draw 3.
And it's just wild, right? Okay. I'll say Saurian. Play Edict of let me hold this for a second. I'm going to think about what I'm going to do. I'll play Faust. I'll play Praetor Marius. I'll play Symposium. Exalt ready. Reap. And then Exalt, Fight Borin. And then I'll play Edict. Okay, I'm done.
I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to play Rogue Operation. I'll get 2. Oh, good. I discarded my board wipe. I'm going to put Echo Reflector on CPO Zytar. Zytar is going to fight Faust.
It was Kelly, but I didn't want to think about it. This way I didn't have to think about it at all.
Nurse Soda is going to fight that token. And then heal. Okay, I am going to say check with 6. It's your turn, I'll draw 2. I'll tell you to go ahead.
Okay. I'll say Equidon. Play Gemco Vendor draw. I'm gonna action, steal 1. I'm going to reap and swap an artifact from my discard pile with a card from my hand. Swap Crystal Hive with this pale into insignificance. And I can fight with Shrewd Investor. I guess I could have reaped to use reap. Yeah, go back in time. I'm learning how to play. I did that. I'm done.
Okay. I am going to say Mars and put my archives into my hand. I am going to play a Mark II generator. It's ready. I draw. And then I am going to use the Mark II generator to make a token. I'm going to play Mix the Tall-Minded. I'm going to play Clone Home. I'll make a token and then archive Clone Home. I'm going to play Mars Needs Amber.
Ah.
And then I am going to put Ironix Propaganda on Nurse Soto. And I am going to say check with 7, and it's your turn. I will draw 3.
Same ours. Play MK2 generator and draw. I'll play Crystal Hive. The amber on it. Mesmerist. Deploy. And make Zytar capture 2. Harvester. Make a token. Okay, I'm done. Amber on the first mesmerist. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to employ this Crystal Hive, use Mars creature strategy.
That we saw it to great effect on
Yeah.
one of the first games of the Vaulter.
This is actions too. This is a really good Edict deck. It was such an innocent game, yeah. It was awesome.
I feel like this is like the 4th game in a row where there's like a point in the game where I feel like I'm drawing dead. I guess I'll say Star Alliance. I know the game's like far from over here, but it's just I'm looking at all this garbage on the table, and I don't know. Okay, Zytar is gonna kill somebody to make me feel better. He's gonna kill Shrewd Investor.
It's got elusive.
Oh, Scrap Scrounger, I guess. Okay. Nurse Soto is going to heal Zytar, make a token, and then I'm going to play another Nurse Soto and heal my Nurse Soto.
The heal is actually relevant on Zytar. Funny enough.
I'm going to play Teamwork and make a token. And then I am going to Photon Blast right here. 2 damage with 1 splash. And I'll make a token. And I'll say check with 8. And it is your turn.
Say Mars. Replay pod. Replay pod kind of sick. Use Crystal Hive. Reap with Harvester, get 3. Action 1 onto here. Reap with Rebel, get 2. Fight Zytar. I will Genetic Blast tokens.
Okay, so I'm drawing 6.
6, yeah. Ain't no way around it. It's gotta happen. And then I'll play this Mix the Tall-Minded.
5, I got reshuffle and draw.
I'll use this generator. Okay. So check with 14.
I have had several turns over the last games where I was like, well, his board is disgusting, and I'm not going to like the turn that he's going to take with it. But provided he doesn't play anything from his hand, I might still have a way to get back in it. But no, that has not been the case in the slightest. Okay. We're saying Equidon. I think it's actually correct to say Starlands here. Say Starlands. Soto's fighting that gem code vendor. Selective preservation. 1, 2, 3, no force, 5, 6.
Okay.
Am going to Photon Blast. Make a token.
Yours.
Yeah. And then I am going to Reap with Soto. Make a token. And it's your turn. You'll force for 7.
I'll say Saurian. I'll play Legionary Trainer, make a token. I'll play Recruit, make a token. Play Save State. I done.
Alright. I am going to say Equidon. I'm going to play Ornate Talking Tray. I'm going to play Equiji Outpost. I'm going to play Gezrahi Blacksmith. I'm going to play Forced Retirement. Not yet. Not yet, I'm not. Okay. Alright. This prospector is going to fight the Rebel. You're cheating a Amber over there. Okay.
Thanks, Wizard. Have a good night.
And I draw one. This Rebel is going to reap. And I am going to Forced Retirement. I'll damage Pip here. I'll draw. I am going to destroy my Prospector and draw. And gain one. I am going to play Belligerent Guard. You'll draw one. He's gonna kill the Legionary Trainer. I'm gonna discard this mass buyout. I was trying to figure out if that was worth it or not. I think the answer is no. I think I have to tax you here for 7. I'll play the old stinker. I'll play Dostra the Recruiter. And I'll say check with whatever this is and tell you to go ahead.
KeyForge for 7.
I draw 1. You get Gizrahi Blacksmith to start the turn. So.
Okay, so I will draw a card. All right, I'll say Mars. Using the replay pod as purged. Pull stuff in my hand. Play Mesmerist. Play Mix. Play Mesmerist.
I forgot about the
Play
replay
Harvester.
pod. Jesus Christ.
Play Rebel. Fight Mix. I'm gonna Reap. Using Crystal Live, Reap. I'm gonna play 2 Mars Needs Ambers. Oh, that's right. I need to fight this thing instead. So it actually does anything.
I got my ass beat this game. I took
Okay.
a 14 card turn or wherever the hell that Equidon card was, and I lost the game. I haven't even forged a key. I don't know how much amber I've generated this game. I really don't know how much amber I've generated. I'll draw a card. I am going to say Equidon. Is it Equidon? Can I even stop a key in Equidon?
Well, it Mix is stopping me right now.
Equidon's the only way to draw. So I need cards. All right. So I am going to. I drew a card off of Gizrahi. I am going to Reap with Old Tinker. I'll discard Teamwork and draw. Okay. I am going to have Belligerent Guard Fight Mix the Tall-Minded. That's what I should have held on to the mass buyout for the next turn. But I think I just like lose on the spot. Alright, I am going to use the Ornate Talking Tray to make a token creature. I'm gonna play the Visible Hand. I'll show you Collector Borin, Brain Dart, Rogue Operation, Ironix Rebel, Scoop Up, Re-Evolution to make 2 tokens. I am going to have the Gizrahi Blacksmith fight something. These tokens. Tokens mod check. Rahi Blacksmith. Because Rahi Blacksmith fights that token. I had to like this card has been such a problem all game because it's like you literally get to take my. If I leave any tokens alive, you just take my best creature on an Equidon turn. And I am going to Equiji Outpost the Blacksmith away and draw 3. Okay. And then Dostra the Recruiter is going to reap and make a token. Alright. And that's it. I'll say check with whatever it is. It's your turn.
Equidon. Reap. Use Storage Trap. Take Mix. I'm gonna take an insurance policy out on Mix. I'm gonna out negotiate. Get this Echo Reflector. Steal. Play. At the start of my turn, I draw a card for Blacksmith. Still alive, right?
No, I got rid of it because I was not going to give you any more cards.
Tinker, Steward, Scrap Scrounger. Alright, I'm done.
Alright, so I'll forward for 10. You'll give me a key. So generous of you, so nice of you.
Yeah.
So polite. This is what I have to put up with, okay? You don't see that. You see this? You see what I have to put up with? You see what I have to put up with? Okay. I am going to say you're 8. I am going to say Starlance, Rogue Operation for 2. I think the dumbest thing about this turn is if I actually do something about the board, you gain 8 amber.
Yeah.
Which is actually not enough for me to stop you. Because I could stop you for less, but I'm going down swinging. I'm going to Quintrino Warp. We're getting Equidon and Mars cards to make me feel better.
Okay.
I'm killing all this shit. I'm drawing 4 cards. 1, 2... These all die. So these aren't dead yet, right?
Right.
I shuffle and draw 2. Now they're all dead. This token of appreciation was turned into a token twice. Draw 2. Okay. I'll play Soto and Collector Borin with 2 Echo Reflectors on it, and that's game.
Okay.
This set is so fucking inconsistent. It's actually driving me bonkers. That game was like a perfect example of that, where if I have a board wipe at the right time, I don't like the Mars was so tilting. Like I don't like how much amber did it? I had to have been 30 amber.
Yeah,
it actually had to have been 30 amber. I feel like the vast majority of the amber that you had.
I don't know who you are, but that's the funniest comment.
Faker.
Yes. Have we seen Faker around before?
Yeah, Faker was like commenting quite a bit during the
excellent. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Faker.
Yeah.
Yes, that is what.
And happens. I hope everybody gets that I'm not like this in person. Right. This is for the stream. So
you're in person to me.
Yeah. Well,
right now.
If there were things that are TOS that I would do if it wasn't for the stream, I wouldn't let anybody treat me like this. I'll tell you that right now.
Sometimes I lose all the games. Not that often. Next game. I'm on drone.
Kisses from France. Thanks. French kisses. You're on drone. I'm on what? The La Mer?
Saint
Dagono. I can maybe redeem this deck.
I will say at least that all these decks are capable of big stuff.
Yeah, I know they are because they keep happening to me.
They're all fun. But they're all 1-1-1-1-1 now.
Yeah, because you won every fucking game.
Yeah, I'm just like telling.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of where we're at.
So this is a qualification game.
I'm aware where we're at.
Both teams did play hard.
I like. It's been 3 games of me taking a turn, and then me might as well have like scooped. There were so many times. Did I not say when you had that huge fucking board of creatures? I was like, I feel like I'm drawing dead here.
Yeah.
Right. I said it then. Like I know the thing about this. It wasn't like this in Worlds Collide. In Worlds Collide, you had some other stuff that you could do. Right. You could get out like 5 Saurians and use them a couple turns in a row, and then maybe you'd be fine. Like it was so hard, but this set is just so one-sided sometimes. So draw better. I'm trying, Murtani. That has always been the mantra on stream.
It's pretty easy to do. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, yeah. You just draw the Abyssal Sight. You shuffle. You draw 1 card. Yeah. You draw the 1 Abyssal Sight that was in the deck. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah. Why don't do that? All right, I'll do it first.
Keep the sound. Consistency of woe since the inception. It's getting.
I won't mulligan.
There's some nights where we play some banger games where there's some absolutely awesome stuff. But tonight the games have been so seen. It's been so like fucking one-sided, man. Spanish Railroad Company stocks.
I'll play Thrax. I'm done.
Okay, I'm going to say Mars. I'm going to play Yixel Mesmerist. I'll play Iron X Rebel already, Yixel Mesmerist. I'll play 2 Mars Needs Ambers, and then I'm going to reap with Mesmerist. And it's your turn. So this right here, for instance, I don't think you can mulligan a 4-card hand. There's maybe an argument for throwing this away, right? Just so that everybody's I'm not like tanking these games intentionally tonight, right? There's an argument you mulligan this hand, right? Because this right here is a bunch of amber control. And I may not see any more amber control for the rest of the game, right? Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan this, but a 4-card hand, 3 amber on turn 1 feels too good to pass up. I'm going to draw 4.
I'll mass buyout. I'll play Shrewd Investor. I have Blacksmith. I kind of just don't want to play Blacksmith because I don't want to give you stuff. I'm going to discard it.
Okay.
I'm done.
Alright, I am going to say Equidon. I'm going to play General Zalt Orha. I'll play Gemcoat Vendor. I'll draw. I'll play Scrap Scrounger. I'm going to out-negotiate the Blacksmith. and steal 1 from you. I'll say check 6, I'll draw 3, it's your turn.
I'll say sorry, and I'll play Legionary Trainer. I need to fix the tokens.
Yeah, maybe I get through the deck, I don't know.
Reap. Draw. Symposium. Reap. Draw. I'm done.
Okay, I am going to say Equidon. I'm going to play Tourist Trap, and we're making a token creature.
KeyForge, yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just naturally assumed Justin was going to stop a key, like he stopped every other fucking key I've tried to forge tonight. My apologies, chat. My apologies. My apologies. I misunderstood the board state. I'm going to discard pull-up stick because it doesn't actually do anything here that I'm actually excited about. I'm going to Gem Coat Vendor. We'll blow it up. Steal 1. Za Orha is killing the Legionary Trainer. Scrap Scrounger. Scrap Scrounger is reaping. And there's no artifacts to swap around. And it is your turn. I will draw 2. Go ahead.
I'll say Mars. I'll destroy them all. The trap. And Scrap Scrounger. I will play Ammonia Clouds. I'll do a damage there. And then 3. Crystal Hive, Rebel. Your turn.
I'm going to play Epic Poem. I'm going to play Praetor Marius. I have an epic poem. I'm sorry, City Gates. I have this epic poem that I think is just going to go here because it's just 1 for 1, and I don't want that to change. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3. So you go ahead.
So sorry, and I'll Regrettable Meteor. Kill them dudes. That guy as well. Ankylo Formation. And I'm done.
Okay, I am going to say Equidon. I'm going to play Shrewd Investor. It's tempting to use it. I'll play Tia Arhi Esquire, and we're taking out an insurance policy on him. And it is your turn. I will draw 3 and tell you to go ahead.
Equidon Reap. Conductor, Buggy. The draw card and the destroy creature one.
Okay.
I'm done. Check with 6.
Alright, I'm going to say Mars. I'm going to play the Mark II generator and draw. Okay. I'll play Crystal Hive. This deck's stupid.
Yeah.
I'll play Replay Pod.
It's got some stuff.
I'm going to play Yixel Mesmerus with that's enhanced. I'll play Makes the Tall Minded. That's enhanced. Make sure these weren't like stolen or anything like that. I've got a Space Invaders, but no creatures in my hand, so I'm sad. And then I'll play Mark II Generator. Make a token. And it is your turn. I will draw 5.
So Equidon. I forge. No, I don't forge.
No.
I'll say Equidon. I'll play Steward. I will lose 1 to draw 3. I'll play this other buggy with an amber on it. I will destroy a friendly creature to gain 2. I'll reap with Conductor. Already H-friendly buggy. I'll lose 1. I'll draw 3. Play Puzzling Trinket. Play Uncommon Currency. Reap. Make a token creature. I'll buggy. I'll discard Big Magnet and Xanthex Harvester. Make a token. I'll buggy to gain 2. I'm done.
Okay. I am going to say Saurian. I'm going to play Ambrosia Outpost. I'm going to play Faust the Great. Faust is exalting.
That's like a notable Mars side for an alliance, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Double Mars needs Amber. The replay pod's crazy. Like all the Mars creatures are enhanced up, and
the rebel with this guy is
yeah.
Okay. I am exalting nothing. Play this. Sure, I'll play Pale and Insignificance, destroy the 1 power creatures. I am going to
exalt the insured guy. Oh, yeah. I guess you could exalt the insured guy. What?
Yeah, I am not, though.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. But yes, thank you. I am going to... I have a Symposium in my hand, so I'm going to use City Gates and Symposium to make sure Justin pays the maximum amount for this key. So, City Gates onto Esquire. So you're at +3 for keys now. I am going to Symposium.
Why'd you gain 1?
Symposium. Symposium. I can actually put it over here and reap. And then I'm going to play Recruit, and I exalt a creature, so I make a token creature. And it is your turn. I could stop the key, but I think make pay 10 is punishment. It's punishment enough.
What do you guys think about?
Before you've put me through, I'll draw 5.
You guys think about Alliance theme decks for content? I still don't want to play Alliance in real life if it involves me digging through my collection at all. Until I have the 1 deck I want to play for like a tournament.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to play on stream.
Yeah. So the big problem with Alliance is a logistical nightmare IRL, right?
Yeah.
Because so much of the stream room space is devoted to actual, so much of the stream room is devoted to the current tournament that we're doing. So.
Yeah, and I also don't want to print and play it because that's also a lot of work. I don't want to do any work. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to play Equidon. I guess Pale and Insignificance. It does kill this guy.
Saurian?
Yeah, Saurian. And it does kill this guy. Oh, no, it kills that token. Okay, that's better. Wait. I'm going to play this Hedonistic Intent. And I'm going to play this Hedonistic Intent. And I'm going to play Pale and Insignificance. Chancellor. Aquila. I'm done.
Forge.
Have GG print them for you. We'd have to get
Yeah,
each individual deck printed out.
They're pretty expensive.
And then combine them.
It's like $25 to print your deck.
I don't think they've said what the price is going to be yet.
But it's going to be expensive.
It's going to be expensive. It's going to be at least $14, right?
Yeah.
I did suggest that you should be able to print one of your alliances out as its own deck. But I was laughed at for some reason. Yeah, and shipping. If I was going to play an alliance deck frequently, I probably would get the 3 decks printed out just to have it on its own.
All right, I am going to say Mars. I'm going to use the Mesmerist and Amber onto the guy there. I'm going to Genetic Blast him. It will do 2 damage to my shrewd investor. And then I'm going to Crash Mix the Tall-Minded into the Buggy guy. He goes under the replay pod, and I can't make a token because all my cards are locked up. I'll say check with 9. It's your turn. I'll draw.
Okay, I'll say Mars. Kaboom. And you win the game.
Okay. Yeah, this deck has got some stuff.
Yeah, it's
got
really good.
Plays. I like the. I want to go back and see what happened to it in the first game because I don't know what happened to it there.
I think I just outspeeded it. The Prospectors, right?
Yeah, well, I actually think that's absurd because this deck's Amber Control is insane.
Yeah.
This deck's Amber Control is like legit crazy.
Yeah, that's why.
So the fact that I didn't get any taxing off whatsoever in this deck that has like
so much taxing.
It has, yeah,
like so much.
I think we've. I would be hard pressed for us to have played a deck that had more Amber Control than this one. So.
One more.
And I'm going to yell at Justin, even though I won.
I know,
just to let everybody know that I yell at Justin for content, not for I'm on La Mer, and not just when I'm losing a bunch. It's like, welcome everybody from the Vault Tour. Nathan spends 45 minutes yelling at Justin because he's getting his ass kicked. Yeah. That deck's pretty cool. I think it's pretty good. It's got some legs. Good. I'm on the Raider deck.
I mean, I won with it. You can too. I do like the Starlights in this deck.
What happened was I got Abyssal sighted.
Yeah.
I didn't play. That's what happened with that game. I remember now. I'm getting upset thinking about it again. Chat, I'm mad all over again. I won with the deck, but I'm mad about it. Because I felt like I was in good position, and then you were just like Abyssal Sight, Befuddle, some other garbage.
Also had the Fathom Reaver and the.
Yes, I had a 4-card turn. You adult swimmed me for like 5 cards, and then said you can only draw 1 card a turn. Guess what? You'll never get through all the cards I put back on top of your deck.
That's how you win games. Just do the same to this deck.
I drew Befuddle the turn I lost. So
yeah.
I think this is fine. The token got Befuddle. So oh god, I'm getting upset. Think about all the losses I have. Yeah.
I don't know what I rolled.
Alright. You roll a 3, I rolled 9.
Okay.
So I'm going first. I'm drawing a card. I'm playing my club, and I'm telling you to go ahead. The funny voices are there to let you know that I'm not actually mad about it.
So Equidon, I'll play a Recruiter, Gem Code Vendor, Force Retirement, do a damage, draw a card, retire. I'm done.
All right,
that's not what I was retiring this guy.
Okay. Gonna say Unfathomable. Gonna play Fathom Reaver. Make a token. Gonna put Toxicute. Oh, wait, I played this Adult Fun first. Then we're gonna put Toxicute Venom. We'll do it damage to the gem code vendor. And that's my turn. I'll draw 3. I'll tell you. Go ahead.
Mars. Brain Dart. Scoop up. Scooping. Mars needs Amber. Weaponsmith mix. Your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna say Brubnar. Playing Jarl's Vend. My club and Jarl's Vend. Jarl's Vend's killing Mix. For being a jagoff. Making a token. Gonna play Val Blood. Gonna capture. Onto those Raider token. And then I'm gonna play Nibber Flamewing. And it is your turn. I'll draw 3.
I'll say Equidon. I'll play Belligerent Guard so you can draw. Play a Quiji Outpost. The guard is gonna reap. I'll play the Visible Hand. Stronger Together, Teamwork, Quintrino Warp. I'll say check with 6. Two ready Raiders? Huh?
Yeah, for once.
Yeah.
If you can believe it. Personally, I'm having trouble believing it. The hype.
They can both team up to kill the weaponsmith.
Yeah. That's probably the worst part about Raider is he doesn't actually kill anybody with armor. And there's so much armor in this stuff. Okay. I am going to say we're gonna say Sanctum. I'm playing Request Donations, make a token creature captures 2. I am going to play Chael the Safeguard. I'm going to play Cassiel the Benevolent. I'm going to smoke a token. And then I am going to Taxing Journey onto a bunch of Raiders. And we'll draw. And these Raiders loaded up. Actually, I think it's way more wise to put them right there. Come fight these guys that are actually hard to kill, as opposed to the ones that are free to kill. And it's your turn. I'll draw 2. Draw 2. And go ahead.
I'll say Star Alliance. Quintrino Warp. I'm going to do a damage to this Raider.
Okay.
Then I'm going to choose this and Grobnar's.
Okay, so destroyed, make a token with Nibber Flame.
Yeah. Chain. I'm going to Teamwork. That does get archived. Gonna play Stronger Together. Gonna play Rogue Operation. Mars. Echo Reflector. Still 2. I'm done.
Okay. I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to discard Kilogok's Trench. I'm going to play a Fuguru with a damage icon. We'll kill a Prospector. I am going to play a Kelp Minder. I am going to Abyssal Sight. Kill the Prospector.
I do draw the card.
Draw the card. I'm going to look at your hand.
We'll lay out first ring. First ring.
Give me
Rebel, MK2 Generator, Echo Reflector, Nurse Soto, Blacksmith, Token of Appreciation. It's kind of trash.
Let's get rid of the Mark 2 generator.
Destroy a creature, Nathan.
Yeah, it's this thing. This idiot. This big dummy. I'm gonna fuddle you for Equidon. This raider is gonna trade the belligerent guard. This raider is gonna reap. And it is your turn. I'm going to draw 5. Let's say check with 6.
I do a forge. Say Equidon. Token of appreciation. Blacksmith. Bottom of the blacksmith. Draw 3. Why is this so good? Gem coat vendor. Damage Fugaroo. Old Tinker. I'm done.
Alright, I'll forge. I mean, maybe it's my fault for saying Equidon, but I felt like, because Rahi and Token were blank cards, so even if you got to use the outposts, I felt like you had drawn through enough of your garbage. Alright, I am going to say Unfathomable. I'll play Calt. I'll smoke a Prospector. I'm going to play Stir Crazy. We'll put this on the Gem Coat vendor. We'll go here, here, here. This raider is going to trade the Gem Coat vendor. Kelp Minder Raider are both going to reap. And it is your turn. I will draw 2. And I'll tell you to go ahead.
I don't know how to kill Cal.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Justin. I'm sorry. I'll just put it in the graveyard for you.
Thanks.
No, you sit there and suffer. I suffered so much. It feels so good to make somebody else suffer.
Hey, alright. I'll say... Equidon. I'm going to reap with Old Tinker. I'm going to discard a card. Draw a card. I'm going to bottom it. Draw 3. Play Blacksmith. I'm done.
Alright, we're drawing. Oh god, this deck's pretty rude sometimes, I think. Sometimes I think this deck is rude.
Like I said, I think all the decks tonight are actually like pretty good.
Yeah, I actually think that's why the games were blowouts.
Because they could have been either way, right?
Yeah, because they are decks that have very powerful cards in them, which lead to just blowout game states. Yeah. All right, I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Krog. And Barehanded. And Valblood. And I have this Ragnar prep that captures. So I guess I'll play that. Capture, make a token. And it is your turn. I'll say check with 6, I'll draw 3. Tell you to go ahead.
Okay. Start my turn. I'm gonna make a token.
Rage Justin. It doesn't. I don't think it matters. I wanted Justin to like generate Amber. Like my hand deals with Amber so well.
Clone home.
That's an action.
Okay, I haven't played anything yet, right? Okay, I'm gonna genetic blast Calp.
You played Clone Home?
Oh yeah, you're right.
You had the genetic blast?
Problem is, it's got to draw a card on it. So I draw that card.
Well, you can either play that card first.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think if I can do a different thing. Or if I want to draw instead of this. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Play Genetic Blast. Play Rebel, Revolution.
So the second Rebel's ready. Whichever one you...
Yeah.
Whichever the first one was that you played is ready.
So I could like shoot my Prospector now and then draw.
3 Rebels is like
option.
more Wolves, right? Like, is Rebel just better more Wolf?
Yeah,
Rebel's better more Wolf, right?
Or I don't do that. Okay, I'm gonna reap. And I'll shoot that.
This raider who had actually been in play since the beginning of the game. I think he was the longest tenured raider on stream.
That's whack. I'll discard Clone Home. And I'm done.
KeyForge. Alright, Saiyan Sanctum. I'm playing the Lightbringer Outpost, and I'm actually going to blast my Vader with the damage pip. So that way I can glorious few for 1. We do extremely cute plays here. I am going to play Battlefield Evangelist. And I'm going to play Katarina Summoner. Capture.
Do you draw for Blacksmith?
Yeah, I draw for Blacksmith. This card changes everything. I discard Grand Melee. And I am going to play Outflank with the capture icon. Capture there, and then capture the 2 there. Alright, and then Chael is going to fight Iron X Rebel, so that way you can't just have them start to blast them. And I'll draw these 3, and then shuffle and draw. 2 more.
Starlands. Play Nurse Soto. Selective Preservation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I'll let you, I get to draw for Blacksmith too. Or I can make a token, and it would die. I would draw a card. I think I just draw here.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's basically the same. Sort of, kind of.
You
get more cards in the deck, right?
Yeah. That deck is Collector Barn, right? So maybe you want to...
I have both Collector Collectors in my hand. So, and Collector Barn in my hand.
Alright, so I'm at 6 there. Okay, so we're at 6. So these live, everything else dies. I make 4 tokens with Katarina. Blah, blah. Do you care where they go?
Nope.
Okay. Are they all together or are they separate?
Put one on its own. One guy over here. One guy there. One guy there.
Yeah.
Play Collector Borin. I do have to get this back. Play Echo Reflector. I'll read. Play Echo Reflector. I'll read. I'm done.
Okay. I am going to draw off the blacksmith. And I am going to say Probnar. We're playing the Might Club, and we'll draw. I am going to play Bumpsy with the damage icon, so you'll lose one. I'll do 1 damage to collect Borin. I am going to play Vow of Blood. Collector Borin explodes, and this has a capture icon. We'll capture onto Bumpsy. I'll play a Rowdy Scald. And then Krog. I'm not there. I'm not threatening. I'm not threatening. Krog. I guess it just reaps. And I'll tell you to go ahead.
KeyForge?
Yeah.
For 6.
I draw 2.
I'll say Mars. I guess Blacksmith. I'll draw a card. I'll say Mars. Play Generator with a draw. I'm gonna Brain Dart that token. I'm gonna Genetic Blast that token.
And all of his ilk.
The draw. Ironics Propaganda and Revolution on this guy.
Alright, you win. Well, maybe.
I'll
We'll
reap.
see.
I'll do 2 damage. I'll make a token. Alright, I'm done. Check with 8.
Alright, Gizrahi Blacksmith, I am going to draw a card. I wish Unfallible had decent amber control in this set sometimes.
Outpost stops me. It does suck if you can't like make forward progress.
I have no Sanctum creatures.
Yeah.
So I was expecting the board wipe, and then I would just lose. But
okay.
I'll Glorious Few for 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'll discard Grand Melee. And I'll Lash of Broken Dreams.
The lash hole. The post hole.
And it is your turn. I'll draw 1.
Alright, I will
That's game.
draw. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, tokens. A tokened Taxing Journey, and I think that may have been decent. These decks were close.
They were close.
They were close. I don't know. I don't know. This deck has like a ton of damage pips, which is like pretty cool. But I think it was a token diff.
I had a lot of
if you
draws.
will.
Yeah.
So Glorious on. Oh yeah. Oh, did you have Amber Control?
And Mars needs Amber.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
So I could reap the Rebel's still alive, right?
Is the EpiPen? Yeah. Yeah, I love paying $400 unless. Okay, so what decks advanced tonight?
That was on Lemire.
No, you were on Artorias. So Lemire got eliminated. I feel like the decks that lost tonight could have easily have done really well in some of our other pods that we played so far.
Oh, wait, were you? I was on Artorias.
You were on this Prospector deck. Are you telling me you cheated?
I was supposed to be on Lemire.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah. Okay.
As long as we played the right game, which we did.
We played the right game, yes.
But I was supposed to be on the Raider. I could have won with that Raider deck.
Okay.
I could have won with that deck.
Okay. All right. And what was the other one? Saint Dagano advanced. Drone Mustakis lost. I do see how it is, Murtani. I see what this is. It's all big. It's a big joke. The whole stream to this point was a big joke.
Saint and our
with
targets.
one punchline sitting right here.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Maybe I grabbed the wrong deck. I don't know.
Yeah.
My victim complex. My need for constant
I
persecution.
think that's what happened.
My need to feel constantly persecuted took over. So I grabbed the Raider deck. My need to make tonight an asterisk took over.
Can't do it. It's set in stone. We actually have records now. So we're back on Sunday.
Yes. Back on Sunday. Some point we'll probably do some sorcery.
I was thinking we might do a bonus sorcery stream.
Yeah, we may do a bonus sorcery stream.
At some point.
Because I could tell the sorcery is burning a hole in Justin's binder.
I gotta be able to open packs.
He can't be stopped. I came home yesterday and the scene was frankly disgusting. I came home. He was covered in wrappers for packs. I could tell he'd been at it for hours. I could tell he actually lost track of time opening packs of sorcery. I don't want to be the one. This is an intervention.
Well, I can't open any more packs after that.
Eddie was neglected. Eddie was just sitting on the couch, looking at his rope, wondering why Justin wasn't playing tug of war with him.
This is not true. This is propaganda.
Well, there's one if I've done anything tonight, it's prove how reliable of a witness I am, how rational I remain, especially in times of adverse conditions.
Yeah, of course.
So,
all right. Yep.
Take me out of the stream. Get me out of the stream.
Goodbye, everyone.
We're done here. Shut it down. Shut the stream down.
Okay, it's shutting down.
Shut it down.
Bye.
Shut it off.